Alright, so what were we just talking about? Hey, Internet everybody's. I'm Juju.
And I'm Nick.
We're Aramita. We're a little band from the South. But we were just having a band conversation about something, and we thought we should probably record it, just so all of you know what kind of shit goes on backstage, behind the scenes, off camera.
Yeah, it's a lot of the decisions you have to make, I think, is we come from a different background, but something that is probably less obvious for you, but might be more obvious for me. It's a lot of the decisions that I didn't think about, or that just didn't occur to me. Like, oh yeah, I guess you do need to kind of figure that out. Sort of something that kind of goes with every song, or just every performance in every band that you just never really think about. Like, for example, our roommate wants to play with us on stage, which is great. I love it. He's a great guitarist, but it's interesting because we hadn't planned for that. So I think it's gonna kind of rethink what we're like on stage. It doesn't change much, but
Yeah, I guess not.
yeah.
Because we don't have much equipment, so we can still like travel around in a car.
So that's what, 3 or 4 guitars, 2 or 3.
Yeah, he'll probably take 2 on the road, and I'll have 2 or 3. And they take up like no space.
And you can stack them with shit in between them.
You can stack them, folks. Also, we're getting those matching amps.
That's true. What
Which
brand are they?
Spider 6, I think is what they're called. But they're they're modelers, which he hates because Aaron is a purist. This is one of those guitar arguments that guitarists have, where some guitarists are like, tube amps all the way, dude, it's got that sound, and they do have a sound, a specific one, and it is great, but I personally don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just in it for the melodies and the interplay of the notes. Like, a song could be about raping baby ducks, but if the music is well done, I'm still gonna like the song and I'm gonna sing it. Raping the baby duck, you know what I mean? Because I don't care about any of the details, I just like the melody. But Aaron is exactly the opposite. He's one of those people that's all about the sound. So getting these modeler amps, he's kind of freaked out about it because it's like not a tube amp and it's computer. But either way. But what we were just talking about was we've got 4 songs now. And I was just saying maybe we should write a new song, right? And then you said,
I mean, right now, like, why right this moment? Because I thought you meant like right now.
yeah, well, I kind of did. I was figuring we would just start messing around with something. But you made a good point. You're like, we have 4 songs. We only know one of them all the way through. The other 3 still need to be arranged. They need to be rehearsed.
Yeah.
And I guess at this point, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, you know how they say you shouldn't eat before you go swimming?
Yeah, that's bullshit, but I see what you mean.
But because there's like an order, you know? Like, you should fold back the cover of the matches before striking, that sort of thing. So I don't think it really matters right now. Like, we could go ahead and write 8 songs, but that would mean that we would just have 11 that we don't know very well.
Yeah.
So I agree with you. I think your point's valid that we should probably arrange and work on those other 3. So then we actually have 4 songs that we can really play.
I think it's just a completely different, it's just a difference in ideology, and it might just have something to do with the way we think, just because we think very similarly, we're very similar people, but we go about similar tasks very differently. That I would prefer to do, even if we only had 3 songs instead of 4, we get those down to a science. Like Crush, for example, we've been playing that most of every day, if not every day, then every other day.
Yeah, we play it like 10 times a day.
Yeah.
Minimum.
Very rarely skipping a day, but yeah. We've got that song pretty much down. I occasionally fuck up, like every 3 takes I might fuck up. And you don't fuck up very often. To be fair...
We do fuck up, though.
We do.
Yeah.
So, to be fair, what? This is like the 2nd week that we've been playing together? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, I think this is our 3rd week now. And then Aaron is still, every time we play Crush, he's still working out his part. Like, he's not even sure what to even play yet. So that kind of means that we're like all basically learning the song all together.
And something interesting that I haven't mentioned at all is that there's technically 3 versions of the song that we've been playing pretty much intermittently. The version that we wrote first, which is the one that y'all would have heard, which is just the instrumental, which is much shorter than the rest of them. And then there's the version with vocals, where it's just you and I, and he's singing, which is slightly longer. It's extended acoustic by measure. And then it's extended even more for while Aaron is playing. Because
Oh yeah,
it's
that's right.
soloing.
We added more
So that's
choruses or verses in so that he could have a place to do his blues noodling that he does. So yeah, we are actually still arranging our first song.
I suppose so. I mean, I think the version with him in it is the one that we should be playing even while he's not here, just leaving that empty space just for the sake of drill.
Okay, well let's do that from now on.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
That's a rule. You saw it here first.
I have, and for y'all, I actually completely forgot to mention that until this exact second. But yeah, we still play completely different versions of the song. You only sing probably a quarter of the time, which I get.
I just kind of forget. I'm not doing it for a reason. It's not deliberate. It's just that we're sitting there playing, and I just play, and I forget I'm supposed to be singing. And if you've noticed, I keep fucking up. Like, I keep hitting the wrong notes because I can't remember where. Like, I do it in the first verse in a low pitch, and then I do the second verse one step up from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you've noticed, but I keep fucking it up. And the reason why is because I haven't been singing it every time we do it. I need to sing it every time we do it. I just forget.
I'll make a note of it.
Because, in case you don't know, internet, this is my first time ever singing and playing ever in my whole life. So I've got 50 years of not singing while I play experience.
Mm-hmm.
So when we come in here to play, I'm just like, bang, bang, bang. Furthest thing from my mind.
The thing that, because I've memorized and like have played more songs or singing them while I'm playing them than you have, based probably just because of the kinds of music that we both listen to being somewhat different, is just listen to the music and just sing along the lyrics while you're doing other shit constantly. Like for example, there's like 2 Beatles songs, I don't know if you can tell I really like the Beatles, that I can play and sing at the same time. Just because I've sung it so much, you're not thinking about words. It's just the words come out in that order and that sound. So your brain is autopilot on the words while your brain is focusing on that.
Yeah, I'm not having a problem playing and singing at the same time. Not with Crush. It's just that I just forget that I'm the singer. Like I'm forgetting I'm the singer.
Yeah, that's fair, I suppose.
But I won't do that anymore. From now on, it's set in stone. I'm gonna sing every fucking time we do it. But what were we getting at? Oh yeah, whether or not to write a new song.
I think it would be smarter to work on what we already have personally, and
I agree.
get it shipped. For example, that one. What is it called? The last one. I can never forget the name of, or I never remember the name of.
We have Crush, I Am Not Me, Burn, and Stay Goodbye.
I Am Not Me. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's a good song, and I like it a lot. It's probably one of my favorites besides Crush that we started. It might be my favorite. But my drums in that, I don't know if you've noticed, you guys haven't heard it yet, extremely sparse. Basically nothing's going on for most of the song. And I know that is not the way it should be, but the way that the guitar is, normally the way I would go about it, because I'm not very experienced, is just keeping time on hi-hat, because that's very minimalist and it keeps, and it's a nice accent.
Well, it's classy. It always sounds good.
It does.
It sounds good.
And then maybe throwing in some little lifting up the hi-hat, letting it ring out and dropping it back down like in Crush. But the problem is with the way it sounds, it's just not really. I tried it in my head while you were playing it one time, and I thought, maybe. Well, I have to give it a try a couple times, but.
Well, we also have tambourines now. Let's not forget.
Tambourines of that song sounds kind of gay.
Yeah, it would be terrible.
Yeah, that would be. I would never play that song ever again.
All right, well, that's it. You've now just been a part of a band discussion about whether or not we should work on a new song or get down the ones we already have.
I suppose both of them are viable, but I think we'll do the latter.
We should probably do the Jacob's ladder. All right, so we'll talk to you later, everybody. We love you so much. Whoa.